back to Song Album Career. And it's Dave with you today to talk about a song, The Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight from R.E.M's 1992 album, Automatic for the People. Probably one of R.E.M's most famous and well-regarded albums. Uh, this is the third song on the album, and reading about it and reading about the, the songs and inspiration for the album, they said that a lot of the songs on here are about death or are kind of depressing topics. Drive, Everybody Hurts is very famous. Man on the Moon is on there. Night Swimming, uh, many others. That this song, the third song on the album, The Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight, was supposed to be for kind of a break, kind of give a little bit of levity. I've loved this song and this album for a long time. I wasn't an original REM fan. Took me, I think, in college is when I started to really kind of figure out who they were, and that would be in the mid '90s. So kind of the right time for this. But this particular song starts out with a quote from the Lion Sleeps Tonight by the Tokens, and I read that REM actually paid for the rights to use it, so good on them. But it's got kind of a quirky beginning with Michael Stipe singing up in falsetto, singing the famous tune, and then it kind of builds and goes on from there. As usual, it has a lot of the kind of uh, oblique and difficult to understand references and lyrics by Michael Stipe. You get to hear about Nescafe and ice and candy bars and Dr. Seuss and a lot of other kinds of interesting images and sound lyrical uh, flourishes in here. But really stands out to me is the music. Not surprising, given that I'm a music professor and I focus on the music. But it has a wonderful string arrangement by John Paul Jones. Yes, that John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. And it builds. The song really builds. It starts out pretty emphatic, but the orchestration is brought in and becomes more and more powerful, and by the end of the song, it is really like very ecstatic in its singing and in its production. So it's got great guitar work by Peter Buck. Drums are great. Everything is great. And as I said, what stands out is the music, particularly the melody. It's got a great hook, good chorus, very catchy, something you'll keep singing all the way out. But I just love the song, love the album, and I love the orchestration behind it. It just is a well thought out piece of pop. And that's okay once in a while. And the Sidewinder, you think of the Sidewinder, the snake. I don't know if that's what they were going for here. I have to read a bit more about that. But in all senses of the word, this is a great pop song. And I encourage you to take a listen to that song and the whole album if you haven't heard Automatic for the People in a while, which still has my uh, price tag on it from Trax Records. It was in probably defunct record store that I bought it in Bloomington, Indiana, years later. So, anyway, that's my recommendation for today, and we'll see you back with the next one.